Zara and the Moon Balloon, a magical space adventure about bravery, curiosity, and believing in the impossible. Zara was no ordinary girl. She had the kind of imagination that could turn a puddle into an ocean and a cardboard box into a rocket ship. But more than anything, Zara loved the stars. Every night before bed, she would sit at her window with her favorite blanket, sipping warm milk, and stare up at the great big sky. She liked to make up stories about the moon, like how it was a giant cookie, or how moon creatures came out to dance when no one was watching. Her parents chuckled at her stories, but Zara didn't mind. She knew the moon had secrets. She just hadn't discovered them yet. One night, the sky was clearer than she had ever seen it. The stars looked closer somehow, and the moon shone like a glowing pearl. As she gazed up, something unusual happened. A glimmer of light zipped across the sky, not like a shooting star, but slower, floating, and getting closer. Zara rubbed her eyes and blinked. Floating down from the sky, like a feather in the wind, was a giant shimmering balloon. It sparkled with silver and blue, and attached to its string was a tiny rolled-up scroll. Zara opened the window, reached out, and caught the string. Her fingers tingled with a warm buzz as she untied the note. "Dear Dreamer," it read, "adventure awaits. Hold tight and don't forget to believe." Zara's heart skipped. Her blanket dropped to the floor. She didn't hesitate. She tied the balloon string gently around her wrist, held her breath, and suddenly her feet lifted off the ground. Up, up, up she floated, past rooftops, above the trees, higher than birds. The air became cool and quiet. Below her, the city lights looked like tiny fireflies. Zara looked up and saw the moon growing larger. She giggled with excitement. "I'm really going to the moon," she whispered. The balloon carried her gently to the surface of the moon, where she landed with a soft puff in a bed of moon dust. Everything shimmered with silver light. The ground felt soft and springy, and when she took a step, she bounced like a kangaroo. Suddenly, a group of creatures popped out from behind glowing rocks. They had floppy ears, round bellies, and twinkling eyes. They were moon bunnies. One of them hopped forward and gave her a tiny bow. "Welcome to the bright side, Earth Girl," he said. "We've been waiting for someone like you." Zara's eyes sparkled with wonder. You can talk." "Of course," said the bunny, chuckling. "We've watched you tell stories about us for years. Now it's time to show you the truth." The moon bunnies led Zara on an adventure she would never forget. She slid down sparkling craters that sang lullabies when she touched the walls. She helped gather glowing moonberries that floated above the ground until you laughed. Then they dropped into your hand. She even danced with space cats in shiny helmets to music that came from the stars themselves. But the best part was the secret moon library. Hidden inside a giant crater, it held floating books that told stories when you opened them. No reading required. The stories played like movies in the air, and some of them starred Zara herself. As the hours passed, Zara started to feel sleepy. One of the moon bunnies noticed and smiled. "It's almost dawn on Earth. Time to go home, little dreamer." Zara nodded slowly, her eyes wide with wonder. "But will I ever come back?" The bunny patted her hand gently. "Every time you look up at the moon and believe, a part of you is already here." They helped her back into the moon balloon. now filled with the soft light of a new star. As it began to rise, the moon creatures waved and shouted, "Goodbye, Zara. Keep dreaming." The journey back was peaceful and quiet. The stars blinked softly. As if wishing her good night, Zara floated down through the clouds and into her room, where the balloon gently released her onto her bed. The moment her head hit the pillow, the balloon disappeared in a puff of stardust. The next morning, her parents found her fast asleep, with her window still open and her feet dusted in silvery moon powder. From that day on, Zara never doubted the magic of the moon, and every night, before falling asleep, she whispered, "Good night, moon bunnies. I'll visit you again soon." Because sometimes the most amazing adventures begin with one simple thing: believing.